Have you ever felt like you didn't quite fit in with the crowd? Like you were always the odd one out, marching to the beat of your own drum? If you've experienced this feeling, you're not alone. Many people go through life feeling like they don't belong, like they're the black sheep of their family, friend group, or society as a whole. But what if I told you that everything that made you feel like a black sheep was actually preparing you for something greater? What if your unique experiences, perspectives, and qualities were actually the key to becoming a leader in the new earth? Being different from the majority can often feel like a burden, but in reality, it is a gift. When you don't conform to societal norms and expectations, you have the freedom to think outside the box and approach problems from a unique angle. Nonconformity allows you to stay true to yourself and your values, even when it's not the popular thing to do. This authenticity is what sets you apart from the crowd and makes you stand out as a leader. When you resist the pressure to fit in and instead choose to celebrate your individuality, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. You start to see things from a different perspective, and you develop the courage to challenge the status quo. This is the kind of thinking that leads to innovation, creativity, and positive change in the world. Being a black sheep often means facing challenges and obstacles that others may not understand. Whether it's feeling like an outsider in social situations, struggling to find your place in the world, or dealing with rejection and criticism, these experiences can be tough to navigate. However, it's through these challenges that you develop resilience and mental fortitude. When you've faced adversity and come out the other side, you develop a strength and determination that can't be taught. You learn to pick yourself up after setbacks and keep pushing forward, even when the odds seem stacked against you. This resilience is what allows you to weather the storms of life and emerge stronger and wiser on the other side. As a leader, resilience is an essential quality. When you're in charge of guiding others through challenging times, you need to be able to stay calm, focused, and positive, even when things get tough. Your experiences as a black sheep have prepared you for this role, giving you the tools and the mindset you need to lead with strength and grace. One of the most powerful gifts that comes from being a black sheep is the ability to empathize with others who are also struggling to find their place in the world. When you've experienced the pain of feeling like an outsider, you develop a deep understanding and compassion for those who are going through similar challenges. This empathy is what allows you to connect with people on a deeper level, to see beyond surface-level differences and find common ground. As a leader, this understanding is crucial for building strong, positive relationships with your team members, clients, and community. When you can put yourself in someone else's shoes and see things from their perspective, you're better equipped to communicate effectively, resolve conflicts, and find solutions that work for everyone. Your experiences as a black sheep have given you a unique insight into the human experience, and this insight is what makes you an exceptional leader. One of the most important things you can do as a leader is to stay true to yourself and your values. When you're authentic, you inspire trust and loyalty in those around you. People are drawn to leaders who are genuine, who walk their talk and lead by example. As a black sheep, you've likely had to work harder than most to find your place in the world. You've had to dig deep and figure out who you are and what you stand for, even when it wasn't easy. This process of self-discovery and self-acceptance is what has allowed you to cultivate a strong sense of authenticity. When you're authentic, you're not afraid to be vulnerable, to admit when you're wrong, or to take risks. You're willing to stand up for what you believe in, even when it's not popular. This kind of integrity is what sets great leaders apart from the rest. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to be someone they're not. They try to fit into a mold that doesn't suit them, or they compare themselves to others and feel like they come up short. But the truth is, your unique qualities and talents are what make you special and valuable. As a black sheep, you likely have a set of skills and strengths that are different from the norm. Maybe you're a creative thinker, a problem solver, or a natural communicator. Maybe you have a knack for seeing things from a different perspective or for bringing people together. Whatever your strengths may be, it's important to embrace them and use them to your advantage. Don't try to be someone you're not or to hide the parts of yourself that make you different. Instead, celebrate your uniqueness and find ways to leverage your strengths in your leadership role. As a black sheep, you've likely had to rely on your own judgment and decision-making skills more than most. When you don't fit in with the crowd, you can't always rely on others to guide you or tell you what to do. You have to trust your own instincts and make choices based on what you believe is right. This independent thinking is a valuable skill in leadership. When you're in charge of making important decisions that affect others, you need to be able to think objectively and weigh all the options. You can't just go along with what everyone else is doing or saying. You have to be willing to stand up for what you believe in, even if it's not the popular choice. Independent thinking also allows you to come up with creative solutions to problems. When you're not bound by conventional wisdom or groupthink, you're free to explore new ideas and approaches. This kind of innovative thinking is what drives progress and positive change in the world. As a black sheep, you've likely had to navigate a lot of change and uncertainty in your life. When you don't fit in with the norm, you often have to create your own path and find your own way. This requires a great deal of resilience and adaptability. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and challenges. It's the mental and emotional strength that allows you to keep going, even when things get tough. As a black sheep, you've had to develop this kind of resilience in order to survive and thrive in a world that doesn't always understand or accept you. Adaptability, on the other hand, is the ability to adjust to new situations and challenges. It's the flexibility and openness to change that allows you to navigate uncertainty and find new solutions. As a black sheep, you've likely had to adapt to a lot of different environments and situations, and this has given you a unique set of skills and experiences. These qualities of resilience and adaptability are essential for leadership in today's fast-paced, ever-changing world. When you're in charge of guiding others through challenging times, you need to be able to stay calm, focused, and positive, even when things are uncertain. You need to be able to pivot and adjust your approach as needed, while still staying true to your core values and vision. One of the most important things you can do as a leader is to cultivate a growth mindset. This means approaching challenges and setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth rather than as failures or weaknesses. As a black sheep, you've likely had to work harder than most to find your place in the world. You've had to overcome obstacles and challenges that others may not have faced, and this has given you a unique perspective on what it takes to succeed. When you have a growth mindset, you don't see challenges as something to be avoided or feared. Instead, you see them as opportunities to learn, grow, and become better. You're willing to take risks, try new things, and push yourself outside your comfort zone, because you know that this is how you'll continue to evolve and improve. As a leader, cultivating a growth mindset is essential for inspiring and motivating others. When you approach challenges with a positive, proactive attitude, you set an example for your team members to follow. You create a culture of continuous learning and improvement where everyone is encouraged to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from their experiences. One of the biggest challenges of being a black sheep is learning to accept and love yourself. even when you don't fit in with the crowd. It's easy to feel like there's something wrong with you or like you need to change who you are in order to be accepted. But the truth is, self-acceptance is one of the most important things you can cultivate as a leader. When you're comfortable in your own skin, you exude confidence and authenticity. You're able to lead from a place of strength and integrity rather than from a place of fear or insecurity. Learning to accept yourself is a process, and it's not always easy. It requires a lot of self-reflection, self-compassion, and self-love. It means letting go of the need for external validation and instead finding validation from within. As a black sheep, you've likely had to work harder than most to find this kind of self-acceptance. You've had to confront your own doubts and insecurities and learn to love and appreciate yourself for who you are. But this process has also given you a unique perspective on what it means to be true to yourself, even when it's not easy. When you're able to lead from a place of self-acceptance, you inspire others to do the same. You create a culture of authenticity and vulnerability where people feel safe to be themselves and to bring their whole selves to their work. This kind of leadership is what creates strong, resilient teams and organizations. As a black sheep, you have a unique opportunity to become a catalyst for positive change in the world. Your experiences and perspectives have given you a different way of seeing things, and this can be a powerful tool for creating transformation and growth. When you're willing to speak up and challenge the status quo, you have the power to inspire others to do the same. You can be a voice for those who may not have one, and you can help to create a more inclusive, equitable, and just world. This kind of leadership requires courage and conviction. It means being willing to take risks, to stand up for what you believe in, and to challenge the norms and expectations that may be holding others back. It means being a visionary, a change maker, and a trailblazer. But this is the kind of leadership that the world needs right now. In a time of great uncertainty and change, we need leaders who are willing to think differently, to challenge the status quo, and to create a new way forward. We need leaders who are authentic, resilient, and compassionate, who can guide us through the challenges we face with grace and wisdom. As a black sheep, you have the potential to be this kind of leader. Your unique experiences and perspectives have prepared you for this role, and the world is waiting for you to step up and make a difference. Being a black sheep is not a disadvantage, but rather a gift. Your unique qualities, experiences, and perspectives are what make you valuable and special. They are what have prepared you to be a leader in the new earth, a catalyst for positive change and growth. So don't be afraid to embrace your uniqueness, to celebrate your strengths, and to lead from a place of authenticity and self-acceptance. The world needs your voice, your vision, and your leadership now more than ever. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. There are many other black sheep out there who are also struggling to find their place in the world. But together, we can create a new way forward, a way that is more inclusive, equitable, and just for all. So take heart, black sheep. Your time has come. The world is waiting for you to step up and lead with courage, compassion, and conviction. You have everything you need within you to make a difference, to create positive change, and to inspire others to do the same. Embrace your uniqueness, celebrate your strengths, and lead with authenticity. The world needs you, and you are ready to rise to the challenge. So go forth, black sheep, and lead the way to a brighter, more beautiful future for us all.